Alright, so before we start this review, a quick review, let me just say that I don't know, I haven't watched the Batgirl that much. I only watched season 1, and only for Batgirl I also stopped watching Flash and the other CW shows. So I might not know the full context of this story, but this issue takes place after the events of season 3, episode 7, and I'm barely on season 2, so I don't know the full context of this story. As I said, after Mary has infected by poison ivy's vines, Ryan made a deal with her mom Jada. She helped put her unstable brother Marcus on ice, while Jada would provide a cure for Mary before she fully succumbed to poison ivy influence. But it was all for naught. Marcus escaped the freeze chamber and forced Ryan to sign over Wayne Enterprises in exchange for the cure, which a fully transformed Mary ultimately destroyed, fleeing Gotham alongside Alice. Alright, so here we go. Here we start with Tenet, which is Clayface 2.0, and he seems to be in a high school party. Then, after being bullied from those guys, Tenet transforms into Clayface, starts attacking them, and Lucius Fox gets a report that there's an attack going on, and they believe that it's Poison Ivy. But it turns out it's Clayface. So Batwoman goes there, fights him a little bit. Then it starts raining for some reason, and then Clayface dissolves with the rain. So just like I said, ever since Bruce took down the original Clayface, this gives you confirmation that this Clayface is basically Clayface 2.0. And here we also get some of the rogues, is Poison Ivy Vine, and Killer Croc apparently 2.0 also. Later on, she gets a message from Marcus, which is actually her semi-brother, telling her to pick up her stuff from the Wayne building. And he turns out to be also a sociopath and has taken over the Wayne Enterprises. And then as we see Ryan getting kicked out from the Wayne Enterprises, we see Leland Luthor, which was quite a surprise for me. And if you're wondering which Leland Luthor this is, it's actually from the CW show Supergirl. Since she talks about KK meeting Supergirl. And we also get a little nod over here from the newspapers saying that the Supergirl revealed her real identity. And Lena also apparently knows that Ryan is actually Batwoman. And they start talking about how to stop a Clayface. And they come up with a freeze serum, which is actually just basically a freeze grenade like from the Batman games. Luke suddenly gets information that Clayface had been moving around through the sewers. And then Lena Luthor appears in their apartment talking about an alternate version of him that we saw in Crisis on Infinite Earths, which has six-pack and a penchant for naked models, which we didn't know that. Not that I remember that correctly, but we also get more nods to the Crisis on Infinite Earths, which actually the Crisis on Infinite Earths actually has 2 comic books tie-ins that were from Walmart exclusives, which I'm happy that I have. So and I already did a review on one of them. I think it's for the second one. I don't know, I might do it for the first one. I don't know if this video does good, and probably maybe I might do it. Then here we have Clayface taking one of his bullies named Joe. He is very funny, Joe. I don't know why they named him Joe. And as you can see here, he has the freaking glue grenade, or no, not glue grenade, the freaking freeze grenade. He hits him with it. I don't know why he could just throw it. They put him in Arkham, or he froze. They put him in Arkham Asylum. A mysterious figure comes out at the end with a staff and makes Clayface escape Arkham Asylum. So there you have it. What do I think about this book? I mean, this comic. It was decent. Not a really big fan of Batwoman, but it was an alright comic to read. I'm glad DC is still making CW comic books. Well, this one is supposed to be like a crossover one, but back then they used to make CW comic books with The Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl. So really happy to add this one to my collection of the CW shows, and I can't wait to get Superman, and especially also the Flash from the movie. Can't wait to get that one also, to read it, to get a little taste of that movie that we're gonna get, which hopefully is not that bad. From what I hear, it's horrible, but a finger crossed. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in another video.